Hi, I'm Gene Cavassis. I'm going to show you today how to build this Kylo Ren style lightsaber, mostly out of PVC pipe and some polycarbonate tubing and a strip of red LED lights and a 9-volt battery. So stay tuned. So we're going to get started. I found a couple of prints and I printed them off. I found these just in Google Images of Kylo Ren's lightsaber. So I'm going to use those as basic pattern. Picking up some Schedule 40 PVC. This is going to be the basic hilt. Now, I also picked up PVC connectors. This is a 4-way connector that I'll use up toward the top of the hilt. And then, of course, a connector that'll connect that Schedule 40 to that junction pipe, as well as what I'm going to call a sleeve piece. This is bigger than all of them, and that's going to fit on the outside and have the slot in it and basically cover all the parts. I also picked up 2 smaller connectors. Those are going to have to be sanded down to fit on the ends for the smaller pieces of the blades that stick out the sides. And then I picked up a drain pipe, plastic drain pipe, and inexpensive, and it's perfect size for the Schedule 40 pipe to slide through. That drain pipe, as you can see, I'm going to use as the handle and the base. Now, all of these pieces I will list in the description below. So let's get started. I'm going to start out by taking the sleeve and masking that off so I can see how far down I want to go. I'm going to mark off with a Sharpie each side of this, and then I'm going to use a piece of plastic piping as a template to draw my circles. Now, the Dremel tool, you're going to want to use safety glasses. Working through, trimming these out. It actually trims very quickly with the rotary tool. And with a little adjusting, it fits very well. Now I'm just going to freehand out the cut hole that's in the front of it. Now remember, there's nothing precise or exact on this. I use a drill to start my hole and the rotary tool, or Dremel style tool, to do my cut. It's starting to come together. I'm marking off how much of the 4-way piece is going to need to be trimmed down of the sides and the top. Then I'm going to sleeve that drain pipe on, and I'm going to basically mark off where I think the handle grip will be, put a little tape around that, and also the Schedule 40. I'll assemble that and kind of mark off where I think the length of it should be. I'm going to put a little tape on that. That's going to help when I'm cutting to keep me straight. Cutting the handle, and now I'm going to score a line around the Schedule 40. That'll help to put a groove in there. You'll see how that works a little later on, and then cut to length. Now I'm going to mark about a 1/2 inch all the way around and just cut a groove in all of these. Try to make sure your blade is square. And this is just going to put like a grip mark in the handle. Now, because I'm going to be lighting this, I'm going to take a slice off one of these panels, and that's going to become the battery compartment door. Now I'm going to take the rest of that piece of drain, I'm going to mark off that's going to be cut for the back, for the base of the of the hilt. With my Sharpie, once again, I'm going to mark out the lines or the bars that come up on the sides of that hilt. And I'm going to cut these also out with the bandsaw. Peeling it back almost like a banana, you can kind of pull them back and forth and they snap off. Now, that's pretty coarse, so you're going to want to use a file to start smoothing these out. I think I spent more time on that than just about any other part, wanting to get this looking smooth. Nothing has to be exact. Now, on these end pieces, they're going to have to be cut to an angle to mimic how they look on the crossbars of the hilt. And then using this sander, I have to sand down the sides so that they'll fit snugly into the cross arms. I'm going to take tape, once again, and mark these off. When you cut the rings off of these, save these. You're going to use them again for collars to help in your finished product. You sand these rings off, make them nice. And using a heat gun, I'm going to soften the plastic up, and I recommend you put some gloves on because that plastic gets hot. But now that the plastic's hot, I can stretch it out enough to where it now allows me to stretch around the pieces, giving it some nice collar look. Using some PVC glue, I'm going to start assembling some of these parts. I kept a rag with me too to wipe off any excess. Now, the collar sleeve I'm putting on the top, of course, has an opening on one side, but we're going to stick some other decorations up on that as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and fit the two side rings on, which they're open toward the bottom, but if you look at the design, it is that way. I failed to show you guys, I did cut a hole in the Schedule 40 pipe so that the 9-volt battery will fit inside. Now this PVC glue dries very quickly, but I'm going to throw a clamp on each side of this just to help make sure it's on tight. And then I'll double check to make sure the 9-volt battery fits into the slot fine. And then the door that I made can be fitted on top. Now I'm going to glue the handle to the top piece of that, and then make sure that my sleeve fits over the top, and then still have room for the battery door on there. Looks like everything's going to fit fine. So I'll take and drill and set a couple of screws into the battery door and secure that down. I like the way this is looking. Put the sleeve on there. Here I'm using an on and off switch. I bought a pack of 12 for about $7, and it's just a simple on-off switch. So I'm going to mark where I want it to go. And I tried to drill up to the size, but I couldn't quite get large enough, so I still had to come in with the Dremel tool and increase the size to fit. Now I also drilled through the other part as well. Now I'm going to fit the end piece on. Once again, I'm going to add some of the glue. line it up the way I want, and I'm bringing it up to that groove that I put into the Schedule 40 pipe with the bandsaw. Use a couple rubber bands to hold this into place while the glue sets. I think we're starting to look close to it. Now what I want to do is add some of the little character pieces. I'm just going to use a piece of scrap PVC that I have floating around. You could use almost any kind of plastic you can find. This PVC will weld real easily to the PVC pipe as well. So cutting some smaller shapes, sanding them, and making sure that they fit well, and just setting a spot of the glue on there and gluing them down. Now some of these parts you're going to want to curve. Do not have that glue sitting around if you're using the heat gun. Make sure you move that out of the way. Once it's cooled down, you can see the angle or the arch to that. So now we're ready to start adding some of the pieces to the other side. This is looking more and more like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. I'm going to cut a series of 1/4-inch strips, and I'm going to put a groove, 3 grooves in this. And if you look at some of the pictures of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, you'll see what I mean. Now I'm just going to cut this up into 1/4-inch pieces, set a dab of the glue down, and start gluing these down around the hilt. I don't have to secure these because the glue dries very quickly. Once I have all these secured down, I'm going to give it a final sanding just to smooth everything kind of down. And there we have the basic hilt, and we're ready to go into the paint. Now the paint, I'm using Croylon. This is called Fusion, but it's for all materials including plastic, and it's a matte finish, so I'm going to paint the entire hilt. And I let it dry overnight. Now, this is looking good, and you could be almost complete if you wanted it to look like fresh manufactured. I'm going to add some rivets onto the sleeve. That'll help, one, hold it in place, but also looks like a lot of the characteristics of the actual photos. Now I'm going to start aging it out to give it some of the battle look to it. So using some metallic silver acrylic paint, I'm going to start brushing around on the hilt. The 2 end pieces for the lightsaber are silver, and then I'm going to come back with some blues later on just to give it the look of heat has hit it. I also take a lot of this silver, and I'm just going to touch all the high spots around the hilt. This is going to give it the look of almost a blued material that has shown some wear to it. Don't worry about getting too much on. It's easy to wipe off. So it starts to give it a little bit of that, like I say, that it's been used. Now, I'm going to dry brush, and that's where you take your paint and almost get all the paint out and just start moving it around there. What it's doing now, it's giving it kind of a metallic look to it and a feel, a real feel that this thing has been in battle and used. It's coming along nicely. I'm getting excited how this is going to work out. Get some of the dry brushing around on the base of it. Now I'm going to add some of metallic copper to it. There is what looks like a ground piece at the bottom. Plus I'm going to dry brush around on the hilt as well with some of the copper to give it kind of some more wear effect to it. You can do this very sparingly. Now using some wire connectors, I'm going to pull the insulator part off, and these are going to be the connectors that hold that red wire that runs up along the side of it. So I'm going to hot rivet these on. Once they're on, this is making a metal tubing to put the wire through. Using a piece of scrap wire that I found around, I'm going to thread that up and then curve it down into that slot in the hilt. I drilled a hole just to feed that down into it, and then at the bottom I trim it, and then it folds up under into one of those slots. This is starting to really look close to the actual Kylo Ren lightsaber, and really getting happy with how that's starting to look. So now I'm going to lay a coat of Krylon clear on it, just a soft coat, not a big heavy wet coat, but just to help seal it on. The only thing left is now this open bottom. I found a plastic chrome-plated piece of plumbing material and an end cap. I cut that down so that it doesn't show all the way up into the base of the hilt. And I'm going to just glue it and shove that up into the base of it. Now if you look at some of the photos, you could put just about anything in there. I wanted something that was kind of chrome looking, and I used a fender washer to kind of screw it all into place, and then I just spray painted the base of it. So there you have it, and I'm really happy with this. I hope you enjoyed this first part of the video and would consider subscribing to the channel and even hit the bell so that you'll be notified when the next video comes out. Now as soon as I load the second half of this video, I'll put a link to it up here as well. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.